Jamaica used to be home to indigenous people, and almost all of them got wiped out by the Spanish. In this book, Juicio a España, Testigos Aztecas, the author explains how the Spanish didn't just destroy indigenous civilizations in Mexico, they did it across the entire Caribbean. Before the Spanish arrived, islands like Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Cuba used to be home to indigenous people, mostly Taino and Arawak communities. They had their own languages, traditions, and systems of farming and trade. But when the Spanish arrived, they were enslaved. They were forced to work in mines and plantations, and killed by violence and disease. Within just a few decades, almost the entire indigenous population of these islands was gone. And when there were barely any indigenous people left to exploit, the Spanish and other Europeans started to bring enslaved Africans to replace them. That's why today the people of Jamaica are mostly of African descent, because the indigenous population was almost completely erased. Soconochitlet said this wasn't a tragedy or an accident of the past. It was part of a larger system of genocide that Spain justified with lies about civilizing others. His book reminds us that colonization wasn't about discovery or progress. It was about greed, power, and destruction. So when you think about the history of Jamaica, Mexico, or any other part of the Americas, remember, there were indigenous people there, and their stories deserve to be heard too.